unselfish play. That unselfishness became contagious. Showing you he's got some ups to go with that speed.
Gallinari with the crossover.
Beat the Phoenix Suns. We moved on to play the Dallas Mavericks once again, but once again we did lose to the Mavericks in Dallas, 102-84, fell to 17-13 with this loss. Just a real poor effort by our guys. I thought we kind of laid down to the Mavericks. Didn't like seeing that. Really didn't play with much energy or effort as a team. A couple guys individually I thought brought it and played with real good energy. But as a team, the effort and energy wasn't really there, and we really struggled mightily offensively. I thought we got a lot of wasted possessions here in this game offensively and just really couldn't get anything going, and Dallas was able to shoot the ball pretty well, especially from the three-point line, and they just made more shots and more plays than us in this game, and were able to pull off a great win. I mean, they really embarrassed us. We were at one point we're down by 30 points, which you just hate seeing. That's not real acceptable in my opinion. But you got to give the Mavericks credit. They played real well, and they showed why on this given night they were the better team. Like I said, we really struggled shooting the ball in this game and really struggled getting anything going offensively. We were only 36% from the field, 22% from the three-point line, and 58% from the free throw line. I hate seeing us only shoot 58% from the free throw line. We missed 13 free throws. That's just pathetic. I mean, you can't miss those 13 free throws. If you hit all of those 13 free throws here in this game, you only lose this game by 5 points. You make it look a little more respectable, but just really, all in all, just didn't like the effort offensively or the execution, and really we struggled shooting the ball mightily here against the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavs, on the other hand, like I said, had a pretty solid shooting night. They're 46% from the field, 38% from the three-point line, and 82% from the free throw line. Once again, our rotations were a little late getting over, looked kind of lost at times, and left a good shooting team with way too many open looks, and they took advantage of that. So that really hurt us here. There was a couple good things in this game, though, for us. We did have 19 offensive rebounds. I thought Kufis was real good on the offensive glass here against Dallas. I thought Bird also played real well in terms of grabbing some offensive rebounds, even for Reed, and giving us some second chance possessions. I thought we did a great job of that. We had 16 points off turnovers, did a pretty good job of capitalizing on the Mavericks' mistakes. You like seeing that. That was good. That's usually when we're at our best, and when we're able to convert on the opposition's turnovers. We're going to beat you a majority of the time, but just couldn't get it done here. And we outscored the Mavs 46-30 in the paint. Once again, another game where we did a good job with our interior defense of protecting the rim and forcing the opposing team to take jump shots and try to outshoot us, which unfortunately Dallas did. But we gave up way too many good looks from the perimeter and from the three-point line. Our perimeter defense continues to kill our really good interior defense, which is really frustrating to see. And on the offensive end, we did a good job, at least at moments, of getting into that painted area and trying to get some high percentage shots. And we did have 16 fast break points. I thought did a decent job of getting in transition here and trying to pick up the pace of the game and force the Mavs to play an up-tempo style of game, which obviously would favor us, but it was to no avail. Obviously, looking at the bad things here, I already talked about the defense. Perimeterly just was not good at all. You let the Mavs shoot 38% from the three-point line, just not good. You're trying to once again outshoot a good shooting team, which is not the way to beat the Mavericks, and that really hurt us here, especially our interior defense, which, as I mentioned before, I thought was real good. We only had 15 assists. I thought we played way too much one-on-one, if you will, on the offensive end, and just no movement at all. There was a bunch of guys just kind of standing around waiting for something to happen. You can't do that offensively. You got to force the issue sometimes to get yourself going, and we didn't do a real good job of that here. Just played kind of selfish offensively and played with no energy or effort offensively, and it definitely hurt us here. We gave up 21 points off of our turnovers. You hate seeing that. I mean, that's giving up way too many points off of your mistakes, and the Mavs took advantage of our mistakes here. That really hurt us in this game. Gave up 13 offensive rebounds. Once again, giving a good shooting team way too many second chances and way too many second chance point opportunities. That hurt us. I already talked about the defensive execution and offensive execution. Just on both ends, just was sloppy, and just there was not a whole lot of energy from us in this game. And we did give up 16 fast break points. I I thought our transition defense, was average, and we didn't do a great job of getting back here against the Mavericks. So a lot of bad things here in the game for the Nuggets. We also took 27 threes. Like I said, we stopped attacking offensively. Really weren't attacking at all in general here in this game against the Mavs, and you're trying to outshoot a good shooting team, and that's not the way to beat Dallas. And we did a real poor job of that here. We just settled for way too many threes offensively, and a lot of those threes were bad shots. I mean, it's just our offense was just a bunch of guys standing around waiting for something to happen, and there was no movement, no effort, no energy, no one cut into the basket. No one was trying to make anything happen offensively, and it definitely hurt us here against the Mavericks. Had some individual performances here for the Nuggets. No one really played well, but Rudy Fernandez did lead the way for us. He finished with 14 points on 5 of 9 shooting. He was 2 of 5 from the three-point line as well, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Not much to really say about Rudy's game. I mean, he had 14 points, but it really didn't impact the game at all. I thought Rudy came in, did a good job of playing with some energy, but for the most part, he was just knocking down some shots and was able to hit a couple shots in this game that led to 14 points for him. I don't really have much to say about Rudy's performance. He just came in and, like I said, just knocked down a couple shots for us. Kosta Koufos, I thought, was our best player out there. He finished with a double-double, 12 points, 14 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block for Kosta. He was 6 of 7 from the field, 0 of 2 from the free throw line. As I mentioned before, I thought his effort and energy was great all game. Did a great job on the offensive glass of getting offensive rebounds, which led to a couple second chance possessions for us. And offensively, I thought was pretty good as well. Did a good job at getting points at the rim and hanging around the rim and getting rebounds, getting easy shots, and play with great effort and energy all game. Was good defensively once again, and continues to play well. Really been happy with Koufos' play as of late. Really love the toughness he brings to our team, and this is a guy that his energy never wilts. So I was real happy with his play. I was real happy with his effort, especially on the offensive glass, and I thought he definitely brought it in this game. Unfortunately for him, though, none really of his other teammates did. Kenneth Faried had a decent game, 12 points, 3 boards for Kenneth Faried. I don't like seeing him only get 3 rebounds. Faried's got to be a little more active on the glass than that. I mean, Faried's a guy that should be able to get 7 to 8 rebounds a night in his sleep. So I was real disappointed to see him only get 3 rebounds. He was 4 of 7 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. I thought he did a great job, though, of playing with energy. Him and Koufos both did a great job of bringing it all game and trying to get our team going and playing with good effort and energy and trying to give us a spark. But it was to no avail. But I thought all in all, decent game for Faried. Faried did a good job of coming out in the fourth quarter, even though it was garbage time, of just attacking offensively. Got a lot of stuff at the rim. I think he had an and one in the fourth quarter. Just did a good job of hanging around the rim and attacking. I was real happy to see Faried, even though we were down 20, 30 points, game's over. It's the fourth quarter. It's garbage time. You're playing against a bunch of reserves. Still come to play and still play with 100% effort and get some easy buckets at the rim. Was just being aggressive there. But was a little disappointed to see him only get 3 rebounds because, like I said, Kenneth Faried's a great rebounder. Just on his energy and effort alone, he should get 7 rebounds a night in his sleep. Jordan Hamilton came in garbage time and I thought performed pretty well. He had 10 points, 4 rebounds. It was 4 8 from the field, 2 5 from the three-point line. Came in and played with some effort and energy. Would actually like to see maybe George Karl play him a little sooner. We could have probably used his energy and effort to maybe spark us a little bit. I thought him and Faried, that unit that we had out there in the fourth quarter, played with a lot of energy and played with effort. That's something we could have used earlier on in the game. But I thought Hamilton came in, made some plays, did a good job of getting to the rim a couple times, knocked down a couple threes, and was just being active and knocking down some shots. I really liked Jordan Hamilton's game. Good to see him get some minutes. Corey Brewer was okay in this game. He had 9 points and 7 rebounds. You like seeing that. Also had 5 steals to go along with 4 assists. Was all over the place. Definitely left his prints on this game, but really struggled shooting the ball. Was only 3 of 15 from the field and 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Loved his defense. I thought was real active defensively. Causing 5 turnovers with his 5 steals. But just really couldn't shoot the ball, and overall our team just looked flat, and Brewer just really struggled shooting the ball. But I think one of the main reasons we lost this game was Aaron Aflalo and Ty Lawson just disappeared. For the 2 good games that they had against Indiana and Phoenix, they just completely went the opposite way here against the Dallas Mavericks. Aflalo and Ty combined for only 6 points. So your starting backcourt only combines for 6 points. We're not going to usually beat anybody if those 2 perform that poorly. And they combined to shoot only 1 of 14 from the field, 0 of 7 from the three-point line, and 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Both of them just kind of disappeared in this game. Didn't really play with much energy, not much effort, and weren't really attacking. We're settling for jump shots and just couldn't knock anything down. Like I said, they both look flat. Both their shots look flat. And obviously that was indicative of their performance. They, both those guys only combined for 6 points. I mean, that's really not acceptable, and we're not going to beat pretty much anyone when our starting backcourt finishes with only 6 points. I mean, that's just ridiculous, and when they shoot 1 of 14 combined, that's just not good. So that was one of the main reasons we definitely lost this game to Dallas. Tough loss for us, just not much effort out of our guys. At least a majority of our guys. I like the effort by a couple guys individually. I already mentioned Kufis, Fareed, even thought Brewer's effort was pretty solid. But even Hamilton came in, played well. But just for the most part, we looked flat and didn't play well and made way too many mistakes and didn't execute enough offensively or defensively to beat the Mavericks here on their own floor, especially coming, this was off a back-to-back. So it is what it is. We followed 7-13 with this loss, and now we move on to play the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. Hopefully we can get our 18th win in Memphis.